In the vast nocturnal vault, under a clear, dark sky, lies a figure that for millennia has captivated astronomers, warriors, poets, and dreamers. It is not just a drawing in the sky, it is a cosmic tale of life, death, and rebirth. A celestial guardian whose presence is imprinted in the most ancient memory of humanity. Tonight, we turn our gaze to the south, toward one of the most majestic and recognizable constellations, Scorpius. Its arc of stars curves like a taut body, culminating in a double stinger that seems poised to strike. But beyond its lethal form, Scorpius is a living laboratory where the fate of stars is forged, and, as we will discover, our own as well. The story of Scorpius is etched in the psyche of countless cultures, each seeing a reflection of its fears and hopes in its stellar silhouette. For the Sumerians, more than 5,000 years ago, it was Jartabi, the scorpion, a guardian of the gates of the underworld through which the sun passed on its nightly journey. In Babylonian mythology, the fearsome scorpion men, creations of the goddess Tiamat, guarded the passage to the unknown, a symbol of transformation and the beyond for Polynesians. Its stars were the magical fishhook that the demigod Maui used to pull the islands from the bottom of the ocean, bringing the land into existence. In ancient China, part of its stars formed the majestic azure dragon of the east, a symbol of spring, power, and good fortune, and in the Americas, the Mayans identified its central region with the entrance to Xibalba, the subterranean realm of the dead. But perhaps the most famous legend is that of the ancient Greeks. It is said that Orion, the greatest hunter who ever lived, arrogantly boasted that he could annihilate any beast of creation. Offended by his hubris, the goddess Artemis, or Gaia, depending on the version, sent a scorpion to put an end to his boasting. The battle was fierce, but the celestial arachnid's sting was true. As an eternal lesson in humility, the gods placed them at opposite ends of the sky. Even today, when Scorpius rises above the horizon, Orion flees, forever hiding from his executioner. One single group of stars, infinite interpretations, but a common physical reality, far more astonishing than any myth. In the center of Scorpius, like a burning heart, beats a star that defies our understanding of scale, Antares. Its name, from the Greek Antares, means the rival of Mars, a nod to its intense reddish color that competes directly with the brightness of the red planet in the night sky. Antares is a red supergiant, a star in the final stages of its life. And when we say supergiant, the word falls short. Key facts about Antares: spectral type, M1.5 IAB, intermediate supergiants, IB, less luminous supergiants, a massive, evolved star. Temperature, about 3,500 degrees Celsius 6,300 degrees Fahrenheit, relatively cool for a star. Luminosity, despite its low temperature, it is between 65,000 and 76,000 times more luminous than our Sun size. Its radius is between 680 and 880 times that of the Sun. To put it in perspective, if we were to place Antares at the center of our solar system, its surface would not only engulf Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars, but it would extend further, brushing the asteroid belt. Our planet would simply be a vaporized speck of dust within it. And it is not alone. Antares is a binary system. Beside it, invisible to us without advanced technology, orbits Antares B, a much smaller but incredibly hot blue-white star. Only through techniques like interferometry from the Very Large Telescope, VLT, in Chile have we been able to map the extended atmosphere of Antares A and confirm the presence of its companion. In a gravitational dance that lasts almost 900 years, the immense size of Antares is not a sign of power, but an omen. It is a dying star. Antares has exhausted the main fuel of stars, hydrogen, in its core. Now, in a desperate struggle against collapse, it fuses increasingly heavy elements, helium into carbon, carbon into neon, and so on. This process, called stellar nucleosynthesis, was masterfully theorized by scientists like Fred Hoyle. They taught us that stars are the forges of the universe, but this process has a limit. When a star as massive as Antares finally produces iron in its core, the game is over. The fusion of iron does not release energy, it consumes it. In that instant, the millennia-long battle against gravity is catastrophically lost. The core, with a mass greater than that of our Sun, collapses in on itself in less than a second. This collapse triggers one of the most energetic explosions in the universe, a Type II supernova. The resulting shock wave tears the star apart, ejecting its outer layers into space at unimaginable speeds. For a brief period, the supernova can outshine its entire host galaxy, billions of stars put together, and it is in this cosmic cataclysm that the true wealth of the universe is forged. The energy of the explosion allows for the creation of elements heavier than iron through a process of rapid neutron capture known as the BAR process. What elements? Gold, platinum, mercury, uranium, almost everything on the periodic table beyond iron. The remnants of these explosions, laden with new and vital elements, expand, cool, and enrich the interstellar medium. They are the raw material for future generations of stars, planets, and, ultimately, life. The iron in our blood, the calcium in our bones, the oxygen we breathe, all were created in the fiery hearts of stars that died eons ago. Although Antares is the protagonist, Scorpius is a veritable zoo of fascinating celestial objects, each telling a different chapter of the cosmic story. Scorpii, the devouring giant. Not far from Antares lies this other red supergiant, one of the largest known stars. Its size is so vast that, if it were to replace the Sun, its surface would engulf the orbit of Jupiter. It is a variable star that is losing mass at a frantic rate, also preparing for its inevitable fate as a supernova. Shala and Leseth, the pulsating stinger, at the tip of the scorpion's tail, we find this brilliant duo. Shala, Lambda Scorpii, is a triple system whose main star is a pulsating variable. Its pulsations allow astroseismologists to probe its interior, as if it were a stellar echocardiogram. Its neighbor, Leseth, Upsilon Scorpii, is a star so hot and rotating so fast that it has ejected a disk of gas from its equator. M6 and M7, stellar nurseries, these two open clusters are visible to the naked eye. M7, the Ptolemy cluster, was recorded by the Greek astronomer in the year 130 AD and contains about 100 young, blue stars. Its neighbor, M6, is nicknamed the Butterfly cluster for the beautiful shape its stars create. They are stellar nurseries, full of newborn stars. NGC 6302, the Butterfly Nebula, in sharp contrast, this is one of the most complex and beautiful planetary nebulae we know. With its wings of gas stretching over 3 light-years, it shows us the death of a star similar to the Sun. At its center hides one of the hottest known stars, over 200,000 degrees Celsius or 360,000 degrees Fahrenheit, which has expelled its outer layers to create this ephemeral cosmic work of art. Scorpius X-1, the invisible monster. In the spectrum invisible to the human eye, Scorpius harbors one of the most violent objects in the sky. Discovered in 1962, it was the first X-ray source detected outside our solar system. It is a binary system where a neutron star, the ultradense remnant of a past supernova, is devouring material from a companion star, releasing unimaginable amounts of energy in the process. Today, modern science continues to unveil the secrets of Scorpius. Observatories like the Atacama Large Millimeter/Submillimeter Array, ALMA, in Chile study the formation of new stars and planets in the region's gas clouds, giving us an unprecedented view of the first moments of stellar life. And in Antarctica, a kilometer deep under the ice, the IceCube Neutrino Observatory waits. It does not wait for light, but for the elusive particles emitted by a nearby supernova. If Antares were to explode, these neutrinos would travel directly from its collapsing heart, reaching Earth hours before the light. They would give us an early warning of its imminent and spectacular explosion, the astronomical event of a millennium. Antares will explode. It could be tomorrow, or in 100,000 years. We don't know. But when it does, the light of its death will travel 550 years across the cosmos to reach us. For weeks, it will shine brighter than any star in the sky, perhaps rivaling the moon, and when that light fades, its true legacy will endure. The atoms forged in its heart and in its final explosion will mix with the interstellar clouds, seeding space with the promise of new life. When we look at Scorpius, we don't just see a celestial arachnid or a mythological guardian. We see our own origin. We see a cosmic mirror. In every photon that travels from Antares, in every heavy atom forged in a past supernova, there is a reminder that we are made of the same material as the stars. We are, in the most literal sense, stardust. Children of supernovae. Scorpius, with its stinger pointed to the sky, is not an omen of destruction, but the symbol of the eternal cycle of cosmic rebirth. And in its reddish glow, in that heart that awaits its moment to burst, beats the heart of all things, including our own.